Hey St. Lucia, good morning to you. So we are at the Castries Market and I'm very, very excited and pleased to be in the company of Zach. He is a young entrepreneur here, business owner, has his own area and store right here at the market. So first of all, Zach, good morning. How are you feeling
Good
today?
morning. I'm feeling great this morning. Thank you very much. Yes.
Super. So of course we are here. It's called Spice Designed Nice. So tell us all about your business.
Well, Spice Design Nice is a small spice enterprise. We do supply different spices, exotic spices, blended spices, grinded whole spices as well. We have different varieties of spices itself. We also have one of my favorite ones there is the mixed spice. This one, it's a blend of three spices in all. It's a blend of cinnamon, nutmegs, and clove. Yes.
Now, how long have you been in business for?
Well, this area was previously owned by my aunt. She passed away 4 years ago, and from there I took over. So I've been in business for 4 years now on my own. Yes.
Now, was it always called Spice Designed Nice?
No, at first it didn't have a name. I came up with the name after because what I do is to not get bored because it's a daily day. Today I pack my stuff. So not to get bored, I would give it a little design. And people would pass and people would be like, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. So the name just came about from that. So I came up with Spice Design Nice. Yes.
Well, that's a really interesting story. Now, what is the process like? Because you do grind your spices yourself. So take us through, where you find time to do that, how long the process takes, and what it entails.
Well, at first the process was a very kind of tedious one because I used to use a hand grinder. But from there, I've moved on to something like I've moved on to a commercial blender now, commercial grinder. So, it kind of less time, less strain as well on the arm. So I no longer have to be churning and churning.
Right.
I just basically just press that button and I grind my spices away. Spices like, let me show you. I like the bay leaf. That's the bay leaf in its whole form. And that's the bay leaf in the grinded form.
So, what do you enjoy about what you're doing right now?
Well, more or less the interaction, the one-on-one interaction with new customers, new persons, visitors alike. That kind of feel that, you're supplying something, you're giving something, you're giving a little feedback, on what you do, why you do it, getting to know the person, that basically.
And how do you feel, especially, not just for visitors, but even locals alike? There's a really big push in having local items, local produce, and of course local spices. So being able to supply that and know that you're part of the people who help us just really support our own, how does that make you feel?
That make me feel really good because last month I was part of a workshop where they was trying to instill the fact that most of the stuff that we do have, it's not kind of locally from or like origin itself. So that's what like the visitors coming to the island, they want some local feel. They want the feel of St. Lucia. They want to taste St. Lucia when they come through. So that's what basically I try to do.
So Zach, tell us about the spices that you have available.
Well, the different spices I have available include, especially for poultry, we have one called the chicken spice, a blend of coriander, paprika, and turmeric in there. We have Italian spice as well, a blend of green and red bell peppers, oregano, and some paprika. One a little spicy, a kick to your flavor. It's a mix of green. This one is a mix of red bell peppers with some black pepper, some chili, cayenne pepper as well, with coriander. What else do we have?
I mean, I know you have some of the traditional like cinnamon and
Yes.
allspice and these things. And I saw something saying mace. What's that?
Well, the mace, this is from the red part of the nutmeg itself because nutmeg itself is two spices in one. The nut itself and the mace, the red outer shell is considered mace. This one is used for your porridge, your smoothies as well. Kind of stronger flavor than the nutmeg itself. Yes.
Now, when you get that feedback and the reviews, people are just amazed, by how it works for them, whether they use it for cooking, seasoning, the smell of it. I mean, standing up right here, St. Lucia smells so good because it's a mix of all the different spices right now. So, what do you think about that?
Well, really and truly, I just love it. I just love the feedback itself. Basically, Spice Design Nice has its own page. You could visit it on Facebook, Spice Design Nice. Yes, you could see the different designs. Every day it's basically a different design, so you could always try that out and check that out. Yeah.
All right. Well, St. Lucia is all about supporting our own. So, of course, we had to come over to the market just to find Zach. And how can they contact you? Of course, I'm sure that you'd probably custom order if people needed, businesses, etc.
You could contact me on my WhatsApp number at 520-5968, or you could just simply visit the page and link me there. Spice Design Nice.
So, as you can see, Zach is clearly a businessman who is up to the times. Social media, you can call him as well. Find him right here in the market. So, if you want to have a really nice day, then you know you need to come check out Zach at Spice Design Nice. Welcome back, family. Good morning once again. This morning has returned, and if you have joined us right now, thank you so much. You have not missed out on the entire show. Thank goodness. So we still have more to go. Right now, I'm so pleased to say that there's still goodness, there's still kindness in the world, and there is a St. Lucian movement in Japan. Though very small, can still be impactful. And we have a St. Lucian who is resident in Japan, who did some fundraising initiatives to raise funds for our Folk Research Center. And we have the full story on that and even some words from Monsignor Patrick Anthony.
My name is Margaret Lubrin Aoki. I'm a St. Lucian who's resident in Tokyo, Japan. The Folk Research Center is having a thank you ceremony for folks who have responded since the unfortunate burning of the FRC. And so I, as a St. Lucian resident in Japan, I think there are just about 6 of us, 6 St. Lucians in Japan. I thought, well, what can I do to help? To give some assistance, because I was saddened by the news. So I met with a few of the small business persons within our town. It's called Toshimaku. It's one of the wards in Tokyo. And I met with a few of them, and I told them what had happened, what happened to the FRC, and the significance of the FRC to us as a people. And I told them what I was thinking about doing. And they agreed. So I presented the proposal for us to have a cultural exchange event where we would introduce St. Lucia's culture, characteristics, and so on. And perhaps what we could do is raise some funds at that event. So it wouldn't be just I take from you, but I give nothing kind of activity. But it would be we benefit from each other. And again, they welcomed the idea, and immediately, we started planning. And what we did, we had the business persons who make handmade stuff, craft, accessories, and so on. I showed them pictures of St. Lucia, I made presentations on St. Lucia, and they came up with ideas to develop products that they sold at the event. We sold food, so every day we had a different theme. We spoke about St. Lucian icons, about St. Lucian music, the culture, the fashion, and many things about St. Lucia. And so the music, and people responded positively. Every day I catered for about 20 persons in terms of the food, and everything sold out, except on the Friday where we had the barbecue, which kind of replicated what happens in St. Lucia on a Friday evening. And this one was the most popular, and we ran out of food. I had to go get some more food and prepare the barbecue. So we end up catering to about 30 persons on that day in Tokyo. Yes, in Toshimaku, which is one of the wards. It's like one of the cities within the capital, Tokyo. We were able to raise the equivalent of about 3,300, a little above that, EC dollars. We were able to raise during that 1 week activity, because it started on the Sunday and it ended on the Saturday, actually June 17 to the 23. What I would hope to see happen is that we have planted a seed of that would promote friendship and cooperation between St. Lucia and Japan. From a social perspective, civic perspective. Hopefully, what I could see coming out of this is persons who have showed interest in St. Lucia, they would visit St. Lucia. Others who have showed interest in St. Lucian products, because I use some of the products to prepare the food or to sell, for example, some of the ingredients. Well, of course, St. Lucian ingredients that I had brought with me. persons have showed interest. They've asked me to bring them certain products when I'm coming over as souvenirs. But what I would hope to see happen is that it goes even further, where we could establish greater opportunities or create opportunities for trade, increased trade between St. Lucia and Japan, and also a cultural exchange between our two countries and friendship altogether.
Monsignor Patrick Anthony, founding director of the Folk Research Center. Every little bit that we get is important. We're trying to see if we can get the international community and particularly St. Lucians in the diaspora. And this is why we're so happy that we have a St. Lucian in Japan who is assisting us. You see, at the moment, what we've been doing is our needs assessment. We're doing our immediate needs assessment, we're doing our medium-term needs assessment, and our long-term needs assessment. So whatever contribution that comes, we are most welcome.
I think it's just really great to know that we have a St. Lucian movement in Japan, and the fact that they thought of helping out and fundraising for the Folk Research Center is truly something really noteworthy. Now, no matter how far, how near St. Lucians are, let's rally together and do the best that we can to bring back to life the spirit of the Folk Research Center. We'll be back.